Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos.
Yeah,
Again,
Hi,
Craig.
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 The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten. And the campaign that gave it birth comes again and again. The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left our adventurers, the Shadow Seekers, on the 5th level of Hell, in the center of the phallic-shaped maze, in the phallic-shaped maze in the Acropolis. After braving the maze's perils of undulating walls, skeletal beasts, demonic servants, and gelatinous memory-eating beasts, they came to a doorway with an enormous eye. Deftly solving the riddle, Ash, Phelan, Flint, Franklin, and Mame enter the chamber that the eye revealed with a flash of light. Inside, a demon sits in front of a mirror overgrown by an enormous, decrepit, pustule-laden tree atop a ziggurat. Jumping down and announcing himself to be Fraz Urlur, or Fraz for short, claimed to be this level of Hell's seal, as he began attacking the Shadow Seekers with gusto, and enjoying the pain all the while. As the melee came to a pinnacle and Mame chopped off his tail, which had grappled Ash, Fraz rescinded his claim as the level's seal, left in a bloodlust, drunken haze, and now stunned by this latest reveal. Let's find out what happens this time. So, yes. For the most part, other than Regina, you guys find yourself in a chamber. Oh, and this is something of a detail because you did have to jump off there last time, Mame, that I did leave off. I know you didn't know that you had chopped off a piece of the beast, so to say, but you, when you were attacking and your axe chopped at and actually chopped a piece off of it, it started to open up almost as if it were a mouth and chomp at when it made that final cut, and you could all hear it in the entire chamber now. I don't know if that came through. Belch.
What? Yeah. It was good. That was good. It was like a solid 6
That's
out of 10.
nice.
What belched? What chomped?
Your axe.
My axe chomped. Oh, okay.
And, yep.
So did it eat the tail, or is the tail just hanging out somewhere?
There was a chunk of the tail that was eaten as it was cut from him, and Ash, I think I'd said it was his leg, but it was towards the end of the session, and I think it made more sense that you would have been aiming for the tail, because I was kind of fighting for you at that time, because what had happened was Ash had been grappled by the tail, so I think he would have gone for the tail, actually, rather than his leg, because Ash would have still been grappled by him.
Gotcha. Do you remember which axe it was?
It was your Bejeweled Great Axe of Justice, which is the one that...
a good one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that now eats people. Good to know.
With that, I mean, the best maybe segue or slow segue into things might be from Regina's perspective, who is still in the pocket rocket. Trying to see where we left your... Oh, you're down here. So you did witness as with your child eyes the happenings of crushing Griselda like a tube of toothpaste and into a barrel. But then you didn't really move after that. You were kind of in that chamber, so.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know if she was here when it actually happened because we had Hamilton do that.
That's true.
I think I was there when you guys were talking about.
We were setting it up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
setting it up. And
So
then,
But I don't think she was there for the actual actions of it.
Well, yeah. So what you would have witnessed after Hamilton fell out of his hammock, I think that may have been some of the last things you would have been perceiving, is that he came out and proceeded to squeeze all of the blood out of her while Mame held the corpse that curled up like that they curled up like a tube, like a log, and threw back into the tub that floated on the top now without any water in it, and the barrel only filled up like less than a little over a gallon, which it's a 53 gallon, so it's only like the bottom couple inches inside the barrel that's got goo inside of it. That was her blood.
Nice.
Yeah, we need like a gallon jug.
We need more goo.
What'd you guys do with the goo? Just still sitting there?
Yep. In the barrel. That's here currently.
I assume we want to put it on ice or some sort of like put it in the bag of
Preservation
holding so it
method.
doesn't get bad. Whoever's got a bag of holding, I think if somebody does.
Does anyone have a bag of colding?
Oh no, but that'd be fine.
There was an ice box of colding.
We should have shoved it in there.
Do we have that?
Inside of the pocket rocket.
Oh, yeah. We should throw it in there at some point. Whoever remembers.
But
I'll remember
was
to do it.
leading with you, Regina, just so that in case there was in the interim time from when you had seen that happen to when they were inside of the chamber and such, if you were doing anything inside of the pocket rocket.
What's the status on my mom's skull? It was like just starting to animate when we left off, but it wasn't.
It's still in the more or less the same state. You were petting it and calling it mom. It didn't make any noises or anything or move, but you were, to what I understand,
Okay.
being it as your mom, though.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just chilling. I think I took a long rest at one point.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just kind of chilling, meditating, sleeping with my eyes open with my mom's skull.
Okay.
I don't want to feel it out and see what's going on before I make any arguments. I'm in the pocket rocket by myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least in this particular chamber, the only one that is awake and or conscious, so to say, besides the giant skeletal monster you can hear in the chamber next door that is rattling against its holdings, and just as what you're thinking about too, you realize you have the torque the necklace that everyone else has, and you've seen people communicate with that to each other.
And I didn't see where everybody went.
You know that they left the pocket. Yeah, they were going to, and they said they were going to figure out what or who was the manager of the Acropolis, this dungeon that they've been in, so to say.
Gotcha. I think I'm gonna use my little charm to find everybody else because I am scared, alone, and disoriented. So I just full send and I'll exit the pocket rocket.
Oh, okay. Grab you here. And go back over to the other map. Yeah, I didn't know if you were... You'll see more so what we're dealing with here in a second.
I didn't want to mess with anything in the pocket rocket.
Oh,
Where is the pocket rocket? Where did we leave? Did we take it with us?
I assume we have it if we're outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in Franklin's possession, I think, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I don't think we
Um,
would have left it behind.
Then do
Yeah,
I just
he's-
spawn out of the pocket rocket in Franklin's hand then, or how does that work?
No, so in this particular instance, and how this magical item works is that you turn into purple smoke as you touch the charm and imbue it with your intent. As you leave or enter, and as you're leaving, you turn into that purplish smoke and appear basically standing next to Franklin at the corner of a ziggurat and a tree and a chamber that I described.
Okay. Who else is in there?
Me.
What do I
You can-
see? I guess.
You can see some other folks, probably,
Yes.
but
Tell us.
especially prominent is the figure at the top of the ziggurat who's standing in front of the mirror with demonic features.
Okay.
Don't hit him. Just don't.
Supposed to know what a ziggurat is?
Who's that friend?
A ziggurat is like that stepped pyramid.
It's
Oh. Ancient
not a
Mesopotamian
friend.
Valley.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Franklin puts his arms down as if he was about to go hug him. That a Fred?
No, not a friend.
Oh.
What? I mean, you cut off my tail. I think
You were into it. That's not
Yeah.
friendly.
It was nice. I liked that.
There are children here.
Do you mind if I take that tail back? I could use that later. And he goes. He's still in a very large form. He's like at least 10 foot tall. So he's just kind of leans over to start to grab his tail and sees if anybody stops him. Picks it up and like shoves it in his belt. The chopped off piece of tail that he just had. Yeah, but it was like I was just saying. I'm not the seal on this level.
Do you know what is the seal on the level?
Well, of course.
Will you tell us?
I can.
Will you be truthful?
Yeah, and I think it's about time. I'm quite tired of being the manager here, if I'm being honest.
So, what's the seal that we need to destroy?
He just kind of shrugs and gestures lazily and kind of bored at the mirror. It's rather obvious if you think about it.
Well, that's not helpful.
I think he means the mirror is the thing we need to destroy, so we should break a mirror, I guess.
I don't know. That's 7 years bad luck.
Honestly, at this point, we're at a lifetime
anyone
of bad
looked
luck.
at the
What's 7
mirror?
more years?
I would advise
Has anyone
not.
looked at the mirror to see if it's a mirror or if it's something?
Yeah, so-
I mean,
have,
I can
like,
head up
like a
there.
mirror?
I can go up there and look at it.
The lowest level is suggesting to do so.
I mean,
Suggested someone look at it. If the
I-
lowest level wants to do it, go for it.
I was just saying it
I
because
have
no one else was like jumping up at it, you know?
I don't
Yeah,
really
well, I
have
have
those
a
kind of
question.
skills.
I
Is it
mean, I
supposed
guess
to
I
be real
can look
dark
at
in here?
it.
I didn't hear that, Mame.
Is it supposed to be real dark in here? Because I can't see shit.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I didn't put any light sources in this particular part of. Let me fix that for you. Technically, the whole
I don't
tree
really
is.
see, like, I barely see our, like, dude I cut the tail off of, and, like, I can kind of see stuff, but I don't know where the mirror is.
It's right next to him.
Yeah, it's right in front of him. He's kind of half
So,
facing
like,
towards.
here?
Half facing towards. Yep, exactly.
Gotcha.
Let me see though.
Am I, like,
This is-
poisoned? Is that why I have a little symbol? Or is that because my axe is alive and eating people?
It's on daylight mode, so you should be seeing things right. Let me see what's your character token. Good question.
Yeah, it
On the
looks
other
like
part,
stuff's like half transparent.
that might be the tree itself because
Oh, it's a tree.
there's a tree that fills the entire chamber. So rather than not being able to actually see down through the tree, I just made it transparent.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as long as I know. I mean, I'll go up and check out the mirror. It's fine. Do I have to like go past the
Mame, you
creature?
can or I can, since I'm kind of dexterous.
Okay. I mean, I'll let you. I just
I
don't
can,
know if I
like,
can like walk straight up because I'm
check-
tall.
I can like
Can
check
I,
for
like
traps and stuff too.
Oh, that's probably smart. I should probably let you do that.
I mean, you could ask this
If
guy
you
what he
want.
says we should look at it. I point to the demon.
He said we should look at it.
No, that we should not. He said, I recommend not, I think.
And then I volunteered to look at it, and then everyone said, not the squishy one."
Yeah.
was
So
Can we just ask the demon if the mirror is real or is a seal? Not that we know
We
he's
could start there.
but we could probably start there.
yeah.
I think that might be a good idea. Start by asking, see what he says.
Yeah.
Who knows? Sometimes we need to ask for instructions.
Well,
And that's okay.
well, the Mia is the seal, as I'd said, but I just wouldn't suggest gazing into it with full intent, as it were.
Maybe we could
Okay.
come from behind.
Well,
It
if
is
it's the seal, then we should
currently
just break the mirror.
grown into this tree. Behind would be tree. It is inside of the tree.
Let me see. Can we chop this tree?
So the mirror is inside the tree, or the seal is inside the tree?
The mirror is inside of the tree, and the mirror itself is the seal.
What is the seal? Got it.
So I could like throw a hand axe at it from a distance. Since it was just confirmed that the mirror is the seal.
Why, I can confess to not having tried that, per se, but I'm personally not the expert in this particular magics, but I don't think that's going to be the only thing that's going to work.
Well,
I
who was
imagine
here when
myself.
we broke seals in the past?
Who was here? What?
Was
So the
who in
party.
our
Who in
group
the party was present?
present when we broke seals in the past?
Oh, several people. Mainly on the third level.
How did you guys do that?
I cannot recall.
You busted up some rock formations.
Oh, that's
rings some
right.
bells, and underneath were some wire cables. That's how you got like 50 feet of copper cables.
Yeah, we hacked it at Loki's because that was holding Loki down.
They were
Okay,
part of
so
the
it
conduit.
was like a melee.
Yep.
You didn't use magic to break the seal.
No, I fucked him up with brute strength.
It require your magical items, but
I have
Did
magic
require
that
to-
does
to
force
what?
damage.
it did require. There was like a force field around the cables after you'd busted the formation that
That's
required
right.
magical.
I can do
That's right. I
magic
think it was me and
things.
Mariel.
It was quite a
I
few
have,
people.
I could cast Zone of Truth if we want to ask this guy actual questions.
Yeah, he might not know though, because he just kind of alluded that he's tried to break the seal. Does anybody have like detect magic or
that's
like
true.
Oh, I don't know if I
What's
have
the-
that one.
some sort of arcana, something or another?
I have augury, so we could like ask if it's a good idea to outright attack it.
I have detect thoughts.
That's a good one. I think we should use that.
I love that spell so much.
Does anyone have
I have intimidating presence. I can frighten a
speak with
creature.
plants?
Speak with plants. For the
No.
tree. I can enter a rage.
I will detect his thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, I cast detect thoughts on the dude.
I can.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Somebody was going to say
If
something.
the mirror,
Go ahead.
if the mirror is something we can go through, I can make a magic token, and we can like throw the token through,
Do we?
and then
Do
I
we
can like
wanna-
see through the token.
That would be cool. Is it that kind of a mirror?
If it is, I can do that.
I'll look at the mirror.
I don't know if it is or not.
Because we're trying to destroy it, right? We have to destroy all the seals.
Yeah, we have to destroy all the
To
seals to get out.
free the evil god, right? And then he's going to let us out.
Mm,
Yeah, so I have, like was mentioned, I have, where is it? 10 pounds of copper cable. I
yeah,
feel
so basically
like-
when we free Manny, we'll be free.
Yeah, well,
So he says.
so we believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just like 10 pounds is pretty heavy. I can just like, wrap the copper cable up because it's like already of a same sort of like material that the seals are made out of. Maybe, like destroys like. That's how that phrase goes, right? Maybe we could try breaking it with the copper cable that I took from the last seals. If the axe doesn't work, I still suggest we use the axe first.
The tough one.
It looks like he just failed the DC
Mwahaha!
with a 13 because I think he needed a 14.
He needed a 14!
So
Mhm.
he is thinking specifically about the pain that he just received and the raging erection that he currently has. So you get an image of that.
Ugh!
Do you pull back immediately?
No, I'm still gonna power
Baby,
through it, but
baby.
God, that's the worst. You can see Phelan's face just turn to disgust.
Can we all see it?
No.
You can all see my face.
Yeah, I don't think you could see the erection. He's got pretty loose pants on. He's
Thank God.
There are children here.
There's 2 kids here.
and
Hi. I was just inside someone,
Oh my God.
right? Weren't we? The big maze back there.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, we did make a reference to the idea that we were inside someone this whole time.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I've been changed.
Phelan dies right then and there.
I'm just reading through all of the rest of the text that was sent there.
Yeah, I know it's a lengthy spell.
It is. It's mainly all descriptions portions
Yeah.
there, though. So that was his surface thoughts that you delve deeper under, which the wisdom save was what was required to do that. And underneath, he is kind of thinking about the fact that he is. You can tell his true intention is that he's tired of being the manager of this place and is hoping that somebody does, manage to do what you guys are talking about as breaking the seal, but he isn't unable to in his current vessel. Those are
in
all
his current
true
vessel.
intent.
Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna say, so how do you guys think we could break this thing? Like out loud as a general question.
I don't know. That's what we're talking about.
And
I'm just waiting to see what his thoughts are for that.
Oh
Yeah.
got it.
You guys don't realize I'm doing this, I
doing.
guess. I feel like Franklin actually turns to her and is like, "That's what we're talking about right
Yeah, we're
now."
talking about that right now. You pay attention? You're just staring at him.
And you guys both make direct, intense eye contact for a second. Not you and Franklin, but you and Fraz, Phelan. And he can tell that you're digging in his thoughts, and he doesn't even deign to respond to you. But you can tell that because he knows that you're digging in his thoughts, that the response in his mind basically is, I don't fucking know. Why would I be
So mad.
He probably doesn't like that I'm invading his privacy of his mind. Okay, so he doesn't fucking know. I'm literally out loud. I'm just gonna say, "Well, you're no fucking help."
Well, you guys were some help, so I guess I could at least tell you the things that don't work. Brute force. If you stare into it, it will attack you, but you can fend it off if you have apt minds for the
Apt minds?
The mirror attacks you,
yes.
like psychologically.
Mentally or physically?
Yeah.
Pulls
Yeah,
out
that one.
He pulls out a chocolate size and just pops it in his mouth. And
What is that?
chocolate. Have you not heard of it?
Oh my god, that smells so.
Oh god. Is it laced with anything?
Is that a thing that you're actually asking him, or
Yes.
just supposition here? I don't know. He goes.
No, I'm actually asking that. I feel like I've adopted the fucking mother role and I hate it, but here I am.
He just goes. I mean, depends upon what you mean by laced. I didn't sew anything into it.
Did someone else?
Are there drugs in it? Is it drugged chocolate?
Everything is drugs. You're drugs. I'm drugs. She's drugs. They're drugs. I don't know what you mean.
What?
Whoa.
I'm a no.
What
Huh?
does that even mean? Franklin sits down.
What does the chocolate do to you besides taste good?
Oh, the similar effects of the beating I just received. It's very
Okay,
pleasurable.
it's laced. It's laced. We're not giving it to the children.
You don't want to give your children love? That's on you, bud. But anyways,
They're
the mirror.
not kids!
Franklin nods. That's about right.
They're not my kids!
Can we take candy from strangers?
No!
Name, so he's not technically a stranger anymore.
He's still a stranger.
So the mirror that I was just talking about, yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've tried to beat it up in this form, and it doesn't seem to really take. But magical effects do work on it. Fortunately, I just wasn't able to overpower it myself.
God, it has to be powerful magic?
It seems so. Well, and as like I said, if you stare directly into the mirror, you're more than likely to be receiving a mental attack at the very least. It could devolve into more if you're not got a strong mental fortitude, as I was alluding to.
Huh. I have a strong mental fortitude,
Do
he
you?
says, fully knowing that he broke down crying about 15 minutes ago. And then he
And it looks
murdered
like-
someone like 20 minutes ago.
And it looks like you march up the steps directly towards the mirror. Unless
Oh,
I'm
God.
misunderstanding your tokens placement.
Oh no, I was just walking forward when I saw he had chocolate.
Oh, okay, so you're behind the mirror, holding your
Yeah.
hand out. Still, I got you. He looks down
Give me some chocolate.
No.
down at you in his 10-foot form, and he goes, "Oh, this must be intimidating." And he shrinks back down to his like normal stature. He's like, "Sorry, kid, I don't have much experience with you, but I assume this is more. What do you want?"
That chocolate.
No.
And he turns his head over to you, which you know you can still he can still feel you in his
She's
mind.
not my mom.
He can still feel you in his mind, and out of spite, he just puts the piece of chocolate in Franklin's hand, staring you directly into his.
Right away.
It only lasts a minute. What do you mean?
It's just ending as he know as he's handing the
Can I
chocolate
send a
to
message?
Franklin.
Wait, I can send a message back into his mind because I have telepathy now.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
yeah.
I took that feat, so I'm just gonna say bastard into his mind.
He chuckles. He goes, "Well, actually, I never did know my father, so I guess you're right."
Is everyone just not okay?
No, we're in hell. We're all
Everybody's
dead.
Annie.
I'm pretty sure we're not real.
Is she new here? He says, leaning over and whispers to Franklin.
The answer is yes.
There's no therapist out here. They care about people. They go the other place. Franklin skips away with his prize, and then watches the
Franklin,
others.
do not eat it.
Puts it in his pocket. I'm gonna look at it later and test it on one of my bugs.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll eat it. Mama is gonna like walk over to Franklin.
Oh,
I can
okay.
find Franklin.
He'll break half off and give it to her.
Awesome. Where are you, Franklin?
Oh,
Right
good
here.
lord.
Thing yourself. Thing there. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna walk around if I'm able to do that. Yeah, I'm
We're
walking.
about to
Oh,
have
where
a
you guys
massive
are.
horny Goliath. This is what's gonna happen.
Surrounded by children.
I'm just gonna eat the chocolate.
You're just gonna eat the chocolate. I haven't even made the
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
This is just pure
Yeah, that's your fault.
Constitution
This is
What
Mentioned it.
happened?
Dude, chocolate's great, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Saving, you say.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tell me what it tastes like. I've never had chocolate before.
22.
22.
Does it taste
Um,
like chocolate?
Oh, it definitely is chocolate for all intents and purposes, and you don't feel anything currently besides the relaxing
Currently.
sensation of
Okay.
having
So,
eaten
Mom,
chocolate.
yeah, so Mama is gonna like take their hand, and I don't know how far Franklin is below me. I'm just gonna put my hand on Franklin's shoulder, close my eyes, and be like, "Best decision I've made today. The chocolate's amazing."
He scribbles that
Don't.
down in a notebook. Alright, I'm gonna check with you every 30 seconds to see what happens.
It's probably smart, honestly.
Franklin's getting very good at experimenting on people.
Not concerning at all.
Alright. Door. Should be beer. I don't have
Destroying
Arcana.
a mirror.
I could insight it. I could medicine check the Arcana. I could persuade it. Or handle it animally. That's what I got.
I have spells
third.
that can be used to help try and destroy it. I have all of my second level spell slots. So.
Wait. Are we doing this wrong? Hold on. I tap my torque. Hey, Barriopolis, how do we destroy this thing?
Is catching a drag on a stogie. Oh, caught me at an awkward time.
Sorry,
Uh,
pooping.
Sure. If that's what the kids are calling it these days. Anyways. Store
Reading
what
souls.
things?
We're at one of these seals right now, and we're trying to figure out the best way to destroy it without killing ourselves again.
What seal is it?
It's, hold on, is there a video feature on this? No. What seal is this? I asked the
We're
guy.
on the 5th level?
Fifth.
Fifth
level.
level.
Can we
Oh.
destroy a seal?
Also, we should talk in code because there's another team on the good side that have one of these, so they could probably hear us right now. So the eagle is trying to destroy the nest.
I'm just gonna go with what you said first, and 5th level. I think I heard in the background. Well,
5th? Oh god, no. I have 2nd. Oh fuck.
this is the. If it is truly the 5th level, it does have some
Oh,
magical
well,
resistance.
Magical
Um,
resistance?
Yes, and
Like resistance to magic or resistance to non-magic?
resistance to magical damage, as it were.
Oh.
And without saying physical damage, if it's already existing magical, why not both? They say, but it is also something that you'll, in destroying, might destroy yourselves.
Mm.
That's the only thing that I
might destroy yourselves.
only thing that I am aware of into this. I this is why they don't give me information about all the seals. Yeah, otherwise, how would I be stuck here still?
True. Do you have an estimate of like blast radius? I looked to one of my familiar swarms. Hey, buddy, you might have to go kamikaze this one.
I still have axes.
That definitely is not information that I was pertinent to. Obviously, if it were destroyed, I would have known to tell you, but it's never been destroyed before, so.
Maybe we just kind of stand slightly outside the door and just throw some magical shit at it and see what happens.
That I can do.
I got some
Sure.
Does
sprays.
Mame have a clear line of sight from where they're standing right now?
To
To the mirror.
mirror?
Yep.
Yep. And you're going to need to make, if you're looking at it anyways. Are you looking at it?
Not like intently. I'm gonna throw some axes at it.
Alright, just like side-eyeing it then right now? Or what you doing?
I'm like more trying to make sure that the who's our lovely friend here? What's his name?
The demon of
Right.
deception, right?
Fraz Urlu.
Yeah, I'm more or less making sure that Fraz is not in my line of sight. I'm like looking at Fraz and looking beyond Fraz and just saying, if I throw it from here, am I gonna hit Fraz?
Okay. So you're just looking to see. You're looking at Fraz, but kind of like using your peripheral to look at the mirror. And you're
Yeah.
at that point, you'd gone to the second step, so to say, of the ziggurat, which puts you at 10, 15, 20, 30 feet away.
The mirror?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step closer. It's too far.
Okay. So you go up to the
So
next
I think
step.
the mirror's here. Is the mirror not
Yep.
here?
It is there.
Yeah, in the center?
I
Okay.
I added some intervening space because it is vertical, is all. It is higher than where you stand.
Oh. So do I have a clear shot to it though?
You do at that step, absolutely, because you're what, 6 foot something, and each step is in the range of a few feet each way.
Yeah. I'm 7 feet.
Okay, yeah, you definitely have at least a peripheral shot on it from that angle. And even from the bottom, you guys could see like there was a mirror in the top of the mirror, because the mirror itself is quite large. It's
Yeah.
talking 15 feet by 15 feet.
Alright. Well, I I'm gonna throw oof. Oof. I'm gonna throw all 3 hand axes, and the first one was a natural 20.
Nice.
Franklin
Just-
backs out of the room.
All of your axes. Wait, let me see. I get to go back to it now. 23, 28, and 16.
That first one, the 28, was a natural 20.
They all do hit. They do bounce off immediately and poof in the air back to their sheath on your belt.
Yeah. Okay.
Dealing only, but everyone make me a Constitution saving throw.
All of us?
Yes, you're within 120 feet of it.
Oh, that's such a big range.
We're destroying ourselves.
Scary.
Yep.
Oh, I thought I was far enough away.
Constitution
Oh,
saving
sorry, I
throw. Here we go.
did not mean to roll twice. Just the first one.
Oh, mirror
Mine did
damage.
not pop up.
Interesting.
Let's see why. I gotta finish it. That's why. Damn.
I'm gonna look around at the party and be like, what did he say happened again if you looked at the mirror?
It attacks
Yeah.
you.
I had a thought about
It
that.
attacks you.
I
You
want to
just look
mention
at
just
it.
someone.
You hear him gonna go from the what happens as you strike the mirror. It, actually, I think it would, because it's in response to damage and you struck it 3 times. You guys might need to make 3. Is actually what I'm seeing here.
Oh God.
No.
3 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh no. And with that first damage, oh no.
All right. Well, I made 2. Into another one.
Okay, I
Oof.
feel fine.
What's the save that we have to make?
Yeah, what's the
16.
Oh,
16.
Failed 1.
I
Damn
failed
it.
2. I'm gonna die, guys.
So you
I
took,
failed.
if you didn't make the save, then you took full damage each time, which
Oof.
is
Oh,
a
no.
total of, somehow I got 31 twice. It looks like 31 plus 22, 84.
I don't know. Did we long rest any? I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
slap
think
the
we did.
shit out of Bobby. That's
No,
what's gonna
because
happen.
you just fought Fraz. You guys were
said-
all very much damaged.
I was the
Okay,
only one
I
not
just
damaged
wanted to
from
double
that,
check.
but
'Cause I'm
I
always-
hope you know.
Well,
You said 84 damage?
Unless you made a save.
I made one of the saves.
So 84 is the total for 3.
84 is the total for all 3. The
Oh,
first one,
Um,
first one was 31, the second one was 22, and the last one was 31. If you made
I like
one of
that I
those
saved
saves, it would be
on
half
the
of that
lowest.
damage. What's that?
Oh, okay. So I'm dead. I'm like full dead. There's no way.
I can
Yeah,
baby
I'm-
bird
you
her some
sure-
mangoes.
well,
No, like y'all, I have 26 hit points maximum.
Yeah, I have 27. I'm dead.
We're
well,
like
I was
dead.
only
dead.
at 3 or 33, so I'm dead as well.
Franklin turns to Mabe. What the fuck?
Fill it with axes.
Are you also down, Franklin, then, with that?
I don't
or-
think so. I was full health at the start of this, and I succeeded on 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
So
The first 2 or the
I-
last 2?
I succeeded on the last 2. So I need to figure out that damage.
Half of 22, 11, and half of 31, 16.
11
So
plus 16.
Plus 31.
27 plus
Ah,
31.
he is down. Fuck. As he goes down, he points to everybody's necklaces. There's healing in here for everyone.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Bobby.
What
Is it-
exactly? Can you describe what happened that just killed us all?
Yes, I was getting to that. So you.
So is everyone down or is Mame still up?
I survived all three.
31.
I rolled.
Very
Yeah.
dead.
Did
Took
you
0 damage.
succeed? No, no,
Yes.
no. So if you succeeded the save, if you got 16 above, then you took half damage for each one, which would be 16
something.
plus 16 plus 11, 43.
Oh, I'm still okay.
Mm-hmm. So you look down
Yeah, I'm
at
down
all
to
of your
22.
fallen compatriots after what had happened, which was you, all three of your axes directly at the mirror as Fraz was talking, and they kind of like boom, they make that bounce noise as they hit the mirror and fly back, and then poof back to your belt. And then there was a slight pause where everybody kind of, oh shit, and the air around everyone sort of fractures as if they were glass, and you just feel it to your core, just as it thunders through your beings, everyone in the room, including Fraz, who, like I was starting to say there at the beginning, goes at the exuberance of pain.
Because he's a fucking weirdo.
So how much damage did Fraz take?
Good question. I should roll his thingies. Constitution.
Like, am I the only one left standing? Did it just get
Axes
real
are
lonely?
slashing damage, right?
They are magical slashing, though, so. He did not make his first and last, so 31, 31. Plus 11. 73. Go back to the encounter. This is the encounter. He is still standing.
All right. Well. Who is closest to me? Is it Volmyra?
Um,
I'm in the corner.
this is Regina over here. The
Okay. So I'm gonna walk over
one
to
that
Regina.
looks like they've probably been brutalized from the inside out at this point.
I
Ew.
can't see anything. I'm gonna walk over to Regina. Does Regina have a torque?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Isn't there a charm on the end of the torque?
There is one. There is not the other that you might be thinking of. The Franklin added one because Regina was not there at that time.
I
remember
assumed I
Franklin
gave her
having a
one,
charm.
but I have up to
I
10
thought
good
Franklin hadn't
berries.
given her one because I remember him
perhaps.
explaining it to Regina.
Yep,
That-
I have enough for 10 people.
That could
Yeah,
be
I did. I think I did get one. Yeah.
because that was a
For this very situation.
it was a crab claw. It was a crab claw, is what that
Yep.
charm was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had one. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Would
I
it be in my
remember the
inventory?
crab claw.
I don't think I added it. But...
So make sure everyone pretty much got a crab claw from Franklin as you're
Is it
fainting.
in our inventory?
I mean,
Is
if
the
you
crab
put it in
claw
there.
the Pez dispenser thing?
Yes, it has a good berry stored inside it for emergency uses
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you did give me a bit
Oh,
before.
that restores you to 1 HP, and I have 10 of them, so I would hand them out to at least everyone in the party.
I don't remember getting that.
but that's not the Pez dispenser though, right? That's something
It
else.
is. It basically works like a Pez dispenser. I would think so, because what happens is that it's a crab claw charm, and you touch it on it with intent to use it, and it opens up and spits out the good berry, which you have to eat.
Okay, yeah, because I just
lovely.
remember I wrote down a Goodberry Pez dispenser, but there's also a talisman for the pocket rocket. It was like a dual.
Yep. Yeah, he probably gave you both
Okay.
at the same time then.
So DM,
Yep.
are we doing the rule of like, you get negative your total hit points of damage and you're like dead?
It's gotta be. I think we said it was like 2 times your total. If I remember.
that
Isn't
what
it
we
like if you
decided?
so like I have like
'Cause
26
are we
max,
playing-
and if I get struck down to negative 26, I'm like dead, right?
In one
Wasn't
bullet.
that Pathfinder?
I think so.
Are we playing 5e? Are we playing 5e rules? Because 5e is when
I
you
know
hit
that-
0, you hit 0, and you
I know
just have
that
to roll death
though
saving.
some people in general, even with 5e, adopt that rule. Like most of the people that I play with,
Oh.
kind of adopt that rule because
Okay.
I
If you
mean,
get-
it
I've
kind of
never
makes sense.
played. I've never played with people who do it that way. I've always played with the 3 death saving rolls. Like you hit 0, you're at 0. You don't do negatives.
I think that's a Josh question. God, what do you
Yeah.
think?
God.
Josh, what are the rules? What are the rules?
What are the rules of your
What?
universe?
How
Lay
do you
down your
play
judgment,
D&D?
God.
I can
Judge
make an
us.
overarching decision, or we can make one together. That would be my alternative to you guys, because
It's just that's the way that I've always played it, even with 5e, and so that's why I was kind of like, oh shit, I'm like dead.
My 2 cents on it is in situations where we have characters that are level 11 and characters that are level 3, it's very likely the level 3 will probably have that happen to them. So based on that, I would just vote for the 3 death saves. But if you went down and after the first hit, the next 2 hits were hits against you while unconscious, which is automatic fails.
That's
Or even
true. So that would
criticals.
be.
That is true.
So you'd still be dead. Or
And-
some
Actually,
of you
yeah,
may be
I
dead.
would have gone to 0 after the first one because I failed the save. So
And-
Did you?
Yeah, to date,
you-
Sorry to
to
burst
date,
that bubble.
to date, we have never played with negative hit points. To date, it's always been the death rolls. The
Yeah.
3
Yes,
death rolls.
yeah.
So I don't know if
And-
you want to do a historic precedent or.
So then Regina would have 2 failures. I have 1 failure for death saving.
and I would have 2 failures as well. So long as you're doing it to where if you don't hit,
Or
if you
Feyre.
hit a like person that's down, is it 2 failures or just 1?
Normally
I
a
see what you're
crit.
saying.
Like when you crit
Yeah.
someone, it's 2. But yeah, when you hit someone when they're down, it's typically 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to
Oh.
follow all of this up
Yeah.
with the fact in this particular instance, because you guys have made contingencies in my mind for this, which is the good berry that you have in your necklace. You've thought of this. This is going to happen. I would say that you could use that and get it could be replenished at a later date to automatically get back a death saving throw. So you would have an additional chance to come back.
I have
from 0.
1 left. Is essentially what it would be.
What do you mean?
Like so I got hit by like all 3 essentially. I went down after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Are we counting getting hit by it as 2 criticals or 1 critical?
Because if
Or
it's
one
2, then she's at 4.
2 fails or 1
fails.
fail for a singular hit from that.
A singular hit would be 1 in my mind, at least because of the total damage comparatively, like you're talking about. That's like because you went down with 1, and you don't the Pathfinder rule that you were talking about, right? Too, is if you take double the amount of your hit points. That was kind of how my mind would work. For if you took twice as much as you'd have total hit points in damage, for one blow,
Okay.
then you would take 2 death saving throws. So I think currently,
So it's a
at least
merge.
in my mind, Regina and
Hey,
Phelan both have 2 death saving throws, unless I'm misinterpreting. Because I think
Like,
you guys both
essentially,
had
we would
somewhere
have
in the
gone
20s.
down. We would have gone down to 0, but then the good berry would bring us back up, and then we would go right back down and then get hit once more. So we would be at 1 failure.
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
so
Okay.
the good berry gets automatically activated.
That's sweet.
I would guess that would be your guys'
It
first
crawls into your
instinct.
mouth.
Okay, so then
'Cause it's
I lost
lush.
health on the first
Actually, I like
one.
that better. Yeah, you guys fall unconscious and the little legs pop out of it and the crab claw opens up and it crawls into your mouth.
Okay, so then I lost health on the first one, went down on the second. Crab claw climbs in, brings me
Mhm.
back, and then I get hit down to 0 again.
So
On
you
the
would be at
third,
no
so I have
failures. You would just be
no
down.
failures. I'm just down. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But potential for rolls in the
Yes.
future if no one
You
no one
guys
brings
want
us
to
back.
take turns making the rules because we're not in combat currently, or
Yeah, Mom
Well, my guess is that
standing
after
alone
a
in
period-
a chamber.
yeah, Mame, you're standing alone with Fraz, and you guys are both kind of like,
The entire
Because
party.
my
just
guess
died.
is that after a certain period of time, we'll have to roll for a
We can
death
just start-
saving if Mame doesn't get us up in a short period of time.
we can just start clockwise.
Well,
and
here's the thing
Yeah.
with this. I would be up then because I didn't go
Oh.
down until the last one, and if my thing goes off, I pop back up with 1
okay,
as well.
okay, cool,
And then I'm a cleric, so
nice.
That's good.
Do
Yeah,
we
'cause
still-
Mame has
first I
no
walk over to Mame
ability.
and I slap the shit out of her, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I feel like
And then I hug
you're
her and
gonna
say, "I'm
hurt your
sorry,
own
I didn't mean to
hand.
hit you."
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna go to slap Mame and you're gonna hurt your own hand, and Mame's like
Ow.
still just gonna be like it's gonna be an emotional wound for Mame.
Yeah.
Not a physical one.
He wells up crying and then runs away because his hand hurts, and then begins to identify the ones that are the most critical, and then very quickly move through and start applying. Let me see, what do I have? Oh, thank
Yeah,
goodness,
Mame
I
has
still have
no
spells.
spells, especially not
I
healing.
have-
All that Mame can do
I
is
still
like
have-
chew on a mango and baby.
Alright, so who's at the most danger of dying? Because I assume you're
I
gonna
have
have to.
1 failure
I think
so far.
Phelan, right?
I have one.
Regina, probably, yeah. And Phelan as well.
Spellcasters.
Alright,
Spellcasters.
I will run over and I will cast Cure Wounds on. Damn, how do I do this? I can't
Save the
cast
child
2 leveled
first.
spells. Do I have? Yes. I run over and I I spare the dying on Regina or Phelan, and then run over and Cure Wounds or Healing Word Regina, so that I can use my action economy before they have to roll.
Cool, that means I automatically stabilize.
So Regina, you're gonna heal for 7.
Nice. Okay.
Phelan is now stable, so he will run over to who's the next people that are down.
I think Voimera is also down.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
Moira
down,
now.
but no failures. And then do we have any characters that are in the room that aren't on tonight
Yeah, I'm just rolling for
that we
them
need to
currently.
Oh,
that we need to figure out?
hold on. I want to
Oh, yeah,
retcon
Hamilton was in
something
there,
really
wasn't he?
quick.
I don't know what you did, Josh,
Um,
but I can see things now.
When I run
You're
up
welcome.
to each of them and cure wounds and then use spare the dying, I'm going to pull a little bit of hair out of each of their heads and put it in my pocket. And I do this for everybody.
It's not creepy.
Weird.
You can't
You're
have
gonna
my hair.
thank me later. He points at his necklace at your unconscious forms. But yeah, I'll go through and I will use Cure Wounds on the other two since they are no longer in danger of dying. And that will tap.
Is this the end of it for my mom skull?
Phelan gets 5.
Do I get to roll for?
I get 6.
No, the
Yeah.
mom skull
Or
I don't think
10.
would be targeted in this particular scenario, as the mom skull is a familiar, but it's a summoned familiar. So the thing with those is you finished you were finishing your ritual on them while you were in there. So
Yeah.
I think what would happen actually in this instance would be the first time it poofs out of existence for you, and you kind of freak out for a second and probably think about it, and it kind of grows up out of the ground next to your foot actually, and just mimes talking, but it doesn't make any noises. Its mouth is just and it's
Grab it
just-
in for a hug. I thought I lost my mom again.
Oh God.
Not again.
So Franklin, he gets 5 and he gets 10.
I was the 5, I believe.
And then he'll go up to Mame again and cast Cure Wounds on her, and then just whisper to her.
You might want to wait until you realize that Ash and Flint are both down with one singular
Oh my God.
failure on their saving throws.
Yeah, we forgot that they were here.
Mhm.
All right, I do the same for them, and I also take care.
So they. Oh,
Jesus. I'll use the spare the dying as I need.
that one's at
A
Cantrip.
cantrip.
You don't have to,
Yes.
yeah, and you don't have to roll the saves.
All right, that's for those two.
What was the first one? Sorry. And which one are you doing it to? Which do?
I guess whichever order I get to them. So let's see. Who was it again?
Flint and Ash. They are. Flint's next to Phelan there, and Ash is just below.
Then Flint, then Ash.
Okay. And the first one
Because
was.
it'd be 1, then 2.
I seen 13 for the second one, but I just didn't see the first one.
7.
7. Thank you. Apply. He's back up, and he just goes, "I'm fucking done with this shit." Flint.
Go to the
and,
pocket rocket.
And they both go. They both tap their poop charms and go to the pocket rocket.
And I approach Mame. I walk up to her and I say, "Just remember next time, not everybody here is a Goliath that has a giant health pool." I point to Regina. Some of them are literal children.
I'm crying right now. I'm like a child weeping over my
And
face.
while I cast Cure Wounds on her at 2nd level on Mame, and then as I do, I get a little blood out of my hands and put that in a little jar. Shake it at her. You're gonna thank me later. Walk away.
You just stole her blood.
Yeah. Frankel is angry.
Yeah.
He looks very annoyed right now.
So maybe we rest and then brainstorm some other ideas besides checking axes at it.
Would I be able to analyze and see what kind of magical resistances this thing has?
From the direction you're at, you can see the side of it. You won't see the front of it, but you could
I
roll
don't
me.
want to see the front of it.
You could roll me an Arcana check on it.
All
From
right,
the-
let's trust the
and-
D20. I don't have any modifiers to this, so let's see.
And tell me how you
Ooh.
are checking it. I know that you're standing quite a distance away, so I'm guessing you're using your eyeballs more than anything else.
Yeah. I got a 19. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty well versed in the way of just like innate magic. I don't know. I'm a sorcerer. Um, and I guess I would be kind of looking for like any sort of like distinctive runes that I could recognize as like an enchantment to prevent, I don't know, force like lightning damage resistance, like anything that like gives an indication of like certain type of magical elements that it's like potentially resistant to.
You can tell from just looking at it, and the magical nature ascribed to its detailing. They aren't necessarily runes. They almost look more so as you're kind of gazing at the frame around the mirror that's inset into the tree. These tied, twisted knots along the sides of it that you were only cursorily familiar with, but you do know at least the knots, as opposed to runes, which you're used to, are insinuating that something is trapped inside of this mirror, and it is what is providing the force and damage that is protecting the mirror, so to say.
Interesting.
Because
Hey
there are protection
guys,
rules and yeah, you get it.
there's something trapped inside the mirror.
So maybe do we need to go
Likely.
through the mirror?
I don't know about that one, because that might trap you inside the mirror next and give us whatever's inside of it.
Can we
I could
send
try
a
to
cricket?
I could try to put a token through.
Am I familiar?
Yeah, I suggest the cricket.
One brave cricket. But first, I think we need to go to bed.
Yeah, a long
I
rest
agree.
would probably be a good idea.
But I do want to look at some my cleric spells to see if any of those might help us in this situation. So let's speed run a sleep session.
Are we
Alright.
long resting or short resting?
Long rest.
Long.
So I'm just gonna curl up in the corner.
I tap back to the pocket
Yeah, I
rocket.
guess all of
Sleep.
us tap back to the pocket rocket.
And
Oh, there's that. We should probably go sleep there.
He just
Were you
goes
gonna say
and curls up in
anything
the
to-
corner of the fucking inside the room in front of the dude.
Oh, we're gonna say anything? Yeah, so we're gonna say anything to our friend here. Or are we all just gonna disappear?
No, we're all just gonna disappear. I'm not saying shit to him.
Okay.
He doesn't
I
deserve
I
to
like
be
that. Fuck
spoken
that
to.
guy. Agreed. I warn
Pretty
you
sure we
Wait a
still
second,
shouldn't
Taylor.
trust
throwing
him.
my axe at the mirror would cause damage and kill my whole party. Would have been a nice warning to
The
have.
more you know.
I think you did say that.
Yeah, so I'm completely ignoring the fact that he totally did say that. You know, I'm gonna blame it on him.
Basically
Yeah.
poof back into where you were in the pocket rocket before, which is directly next to a corpse.
Oh, good.
I
That
can't get it.
is-
Uh,
Yeah, you kept
Just
moving.
a
There we go.
corpse? Or do I
hey,
recognize the corpse?
It's
our friend.
Griselda's compressed corpse. Most of
Rolled
which
up like a thing of toothpaste.
Yeah, I did
most
that.
of which is mass is actually in her backpack that has yet to been completely looted. Bless you.
Thanks.
Otherwise, the rest of her meat, it's been compressed quite thoroughly.
I completely ignore that.
To make it
Stumble
crispy.
Spam.
to my bed, fall into it, pass out. And then in the morning, I wake up, take a little bump ski, and am ready to try to figure out this mirror again.
All right. I think you decided this bed in the middle was yours. Could be wrong. Mame's somewhere in there with a
I
bed
can't
too.
remember.
And I don't think Phelan, Regina, or Franklin
I think
have
I picked the
chosen-
red one, actually.
Oh, that's possible.
I know for a fact I do
Yeah.
not have a bed.
Franklin
So you-
sleeps in the hive.
Oh
up in the
my.
up in the ceiling. So you start talking to your cricket friends in their language, and they just pull you up into the recesses of the cavern and hold you there with some of their spittle and whatever else adhesives they have to the cavern wall.
Interesting.
Go to my shell.
Oh yeah, he has a shell. He doesn't need a bed.
I carry my home with me wherever I go. Home, all the rage.
I don't know which beds are like available. I feel awkward.
The only one that seems to be taken, so to say, is the one that a crocodile is mostly in with a
Oh, there's a
with-
crocodile.
It's just Bob. No worries.
that that you can see with Ash probably mostly under at this point, under the crocodile. That is. Where the heck did they go? Oh,
Okay.
no, that's Solus.
That's an interesting choice of a cuddle buddy.
It's better than the giant skeleton monster or the headless corpse.
That is true.
Which you aren't very far from.
Franklin instructs one of his guys before bed to put the goo in the ice box.
Oh yeah, we need the blood goo, the blood juice to be put into an ice box.
Fernando winks at you. Got it, sir.
Regina's gonna go pet the alligator. Crocodile.
Yes, alligator crocodile. That is exactly how I've referred to it as well, because who knows the difference.
Yeah.
The jaw.
How big is it?
The jaw. What happens when I pet it?
It just in pleasure.
Oh my god,
Um,
it purrs.
Cute.
Hmm.
Does anyone have something, the blood, the goo, something to transport it in case we need it on our person ever?
We
I
need
think I have a
vials,
water
right?
skin.
Excellent question.
I have a 1 ounce bottle of ink of which I could dump out and
I have a water skin that can hold 4 pints of liquid.
I have this plastic 1 gallon jug of milk.
That's right.
I have a 1 ounce bottle of ink that I can dump out.
How much is in there?
It's not
In the
much.
bathtub?
1 ounce. I think she said.
No,
Bottle,
in
but how
the
much
goo.
blood goo did we get?
How
'Cause
much
we
goo?
like looked
Oh,
at there. I
oh,
think there's
right.
only 4 pints of blood in a body, right? Didn't we like look this up last time?
There's like
Oh, we
5
did
pints.
look
I
it
think
up.
there is.
I can hold
Yeah, it's not a
4.
whole lot. So it's probably best to
Well, we
divide it
can-
up.
I think that's good. Then
So
we make
can
little
keep it
shooters that
in the
everyone holds.
cooler. Yeah, like we can keep it in the cooler, and then we can each carry like 1 ounce of blood with us or something.
Yeah, there's like 1.2 to 1.5, and just for easy math, I kept it at 1.5 gallons.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out exactly how much a dose is. I turned to I'm sleeping. There's a whole laboratory set up on level 1 if you want to let them know.
Fernando comes back after placing. You could hear him really struggling. That anyone that's awake currently with the barrel and some other crickets, trying to get it into a crate that's about the same size as the barrel, along with some other
I
stuff
would
that was in
totally
there.
offer to help, but I have a 7 for strength, so that's probably a bad idea.
And you can hear them just like you probably can't understand them either because they're talking cricket. So they're just like chittering and to each other, back and forth on how to get this in the cooling crate, which they end up moving the 1.5 gallons of stuff into varying bottles that they place into the cooling fridge. I don't know if anyone actually is around for that then, but that's what happens.
Good at their jobs.
I am very pleased that there's no like beginning of a horror movie things that happen. You know, besides crickets divvying up blood. I feel like bad cursed things could happen, but they didn't.
Like
Yeah.
biblical
Crickets are-
apocalypse stuff.
Yeah,
Guess you end up with
Way to go biblical on this shit, kids.
5.5 bottles.
of 1 ounce each.
1 liter.
So that doesn't
Bottles.
sound right. Okay.
They're full liters. They did. No one asked them or said anything to them specifically about liters versus ounces, so they just grabbed whatever they had.
I mean, these crickets obviously are in tune with the correct system for measuring things.
It's only Americans that use Imperial.
Yes, and the Brits and like a
Yeah.
few very small countries.
Weirdo.
Yeah, metric is the superior system.
Definitely.
Which is why they're now called freedom units.
Really?
Some
That
forget
actually
no
Are
no
freedom
one.
units the same way that fries are freedom fries?
Oh,
I've never
got
heard
it.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yep. But
Freedom toast.
to be
Anyway.
honest, that sounds way better than Imperial. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Freedom units.
It does. It is more palatable. I'll give it that.
All right, so you guys rested, long rested. Looks like I don't know, Regina. You didn't choose a bed. Are you sleeping in that chest? That looks like it's well suited out for a bed as well. Or
Oh no,
Gina?
wait, that's me. Regina's already in a bed.
sorry, Phelan.
I'm gonna go sleep in the corner.
Oh.
These aren't necessarily your beds. They're just beds. So
Yeah.
I mean,
This was
Um,
my bed last time. I've peed in it already, so I don't think anyone else.
I don't.
It's been marked.
I don't know if you guys.
Yeah.
Guess she never was potty trained.
Do you guys have text as like a tool? Because you could mark your beds. That's just.
Well, I mean, people can sleep in it, but there's no cover on it. There's just an animal skin soaked in elf urine.
Dark elf urine.
Dark. It is a dark urine.
Well, I think you're a drow, right?
Yeah, I am.
That's another name for him, is a dark elf. Is all.
I was making a joke, but
I got it.
I don't need to explain it, I suppose. I think
Actually, you might need to describe the color of dark elf urine now, because I don't think it's been described in our campaign yet. So
it's black. It's like inky, like good ink black.
Oh god, now this is canon for both of us?
Yep.
Fuck.
Do you have black Oh yeah, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we're both drows.
It's black and it's thick like ink.
Your
So
poor
you could write
cookies.
with it.
I mean, I do have a 1 ounce bottle of ink.
Yeah.
Is it ink?
Never-ending
Or does
supply of
that
ink.
just what it looks like?
If it quacks like a duck and it looks like a duck.
And
You
it's
just tell everyone that it's ink because it's more acceptable.
I like to think of myself as like a squid. Squid's ink. Like just elf's ink.
You ink when you're nervous.
Yeah, I am a child. Sweating problem. I had nightmares.
My guess too is that since elves live so much longer, that they don't pee as much in general. So it's like you age, you get less.
Wait, is peeing associated with shortened lifespan?
I mean, I don't know.
I've been drinking so much water at work and going to pee so many times. I'm aging myself so much.
9 out of 10 doctors now think that peeing causes cancer.
Oh, geez.
I mean, everyone that dies does pee, so.
That's true.
Guess we just gotta stop peeing and see if we don't die anymore. That's accurate. Yeah, I see that.
I think
Now,
people have
Very
done
logical.
that. I think they die.
this is the thing that is talked about before you guys go to bed. So you guys all fall asleep eventually, talking about urine.
We all have wet dreams and pee to bed.
I mean, you could Constitution save throw for that, but disadvantage probably in Regina's case. But you know, because that's apparently the normal par for the course. But
Yeah. I mean, I am but a small abandoned child.
exactly, you guys all wake up. And there weren't any Constitution saving throws, so you guys all wake up at the same time,
What?
staring at each other
Look at
awkwardly.
that synchronization. We are becoming a team.
They're weird when we sync up like that. He says from the ceiling.
Not in the same room as everybody else.
On his torque. Is it weird that we know? Over here, adding everyone's bodily pieces to my inventory.
Well, that's just creepy.
You should see my inventory. It's just a bunch of random shit. Rock, dirt.
So did you add Griselda's body log to your inventory, is what you're saying? Or
He eyes it. Hmm.
in that case,
Ash, feel energy, Flint.
you might be staring at it and going, particularly drawn to something in the inventory of Griselda that was left.
I alone look. I lower myself down with 1,000 bugs, bring myself to her without touching the ground, and I pop out my little arms and I start going through her, or start unpeeling her, looking through her flesh pockets. I don't know what she's holding the stuff in.
You unroll her like a fruit roll up, and you look at the bag's openings inside, and there seems to be a 13-sided, I think we called it a tridecahedron, that more or less floats to the top of her inventory and into your hand.
He snatches it. He looks around. He rolls her back up. Puts her in his pocket too. Then goes back up to the ceiling and then lowers down and acts normally.
Normally.
He runs around, saying hi to all the turtles that are in the water and to every single bug until these guys get up. Hi, Ferdinand. Hi, Torino. Hi, Oswald. Hi, Oswald number 14.
Sounds like everyone else has accepted their fate inside the beds. I don't know.
Um, when I
Once
woke
you get
up,
up,
I did a little bum ski of
Right.
my stiff.
Go ahead and Constitution save for that one.
Oy.
With a 4. Scroll back down.
Talking to me to scroll back down, or
No, I was talking to myself because
okay?
was
I was
looking
like, I don't know.
at the MSG there, aka Fairy Dust, aka Ambrosia. You take
Mhm.
a bump and you don't feel like that did it. You just feel like it kind of hit the first levels of what you need. Kind of like your eyes wouldn't open, but now they're kind of half lidded and you're thinking about taking another bump before you even try to do anything else.
Cool. I give it a second and just kind of like see what everyone else is up to right now.
You
Just
have
kind of like laying in bed listening to the like sounds of the room.
sure. You have a -1 to all stats currently.
Okay.
Because I think we'd already upped it to stage 2 for the last time you'd done it.
doing it, Peter.
What you doing, Phelan? Starting from the bottom up.
She resigns herself, wishing that she kind of wakes up thinking it was all just a bad nightmare, but it wasn't.
Can't shake the O sounds of Fraz.
No,
Never
she
mind.
can't. She's very traumatized. um, she's just gonna kind of just roll out of bed and will herself to make it through another day, and I guess is determined to figure out how to break this mirror.
You jump, you roll out of bed and you're standing there yawning and stretching.
Yeah.
And we're looking at Regina.
My eyes shot open when everybody else woke up, and I start wailing and sobbing. Why, mommy? Why? Why must you hurt us?
I'll tell you the same thing, but I'll tell anyone.
Yes.
Axes are always the answer.
Did they answer this?
Wisdom saving
They give it an answer.
That's true.
Can we change the question?
Sure.
Okay. That's all I got.
I? That's what you got?
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to look at something. Yeah, that's all I got.
I was just gonna say wisdom saving throw for Mame though. In either that or technically, that's usually the counter to charisma, which it seems that you're kind of leaning on there a little bit, at least in my professional
But
opinion.
why?
Because a small child is complaining about you in their sleep and after their dreams
And bedwetting.
and bedwetting, and whether or not it hurts your moral being.
I have to roll for that?
Yeah,
Wisdom saving?
yeah.
I have to roll for that? Traumatized as a
7.
child.
7. You
What about Mame? Mame just killed their whole party. I think Mame is traumatized already.
That's true. I guess this could count for it all. I mean, it's kind of like a fuck moment for you.
The things you love the most or hurt you the deepest.
Yep. Um eh, you do it does linger in your mind, but we'll leave it at that for
Maybe axes aren't always the answer.
yeah.
Please don't hurt
So
me again.
makes Mame's brain hurt a little bit.
As as your brain hurts a little bit, that's when you're waking up to be the
Of
next how you're doing the not you're all waking up at the same time, but I'm looking at you
The
next.
migraine. Who?
So I was just asking how you would be getting up.
Oh, I'm gonna try to ignore getting up for as long as possible. Gonna like roll
Oh my
over,
god, like
put my
me
head
in
under
real
my
life.
pillow.
Your head's under your pillow as everyone else is standing up and stretching, I guess it seems like. Or
That's fine.
taking a bump or possibly a second bump as the case may be, because the feeling is not going away from -1 to all stats there. Vamira.
So if I succeed on a Constitution saving throw, I'll go down to stage 1?
Yes.
Or like, okay.
Uh, that did not happen because I think it increases as it says, and you're with a 10, you're at stage 3, which is -2 to all stats,
Oh
and you're
gosh.
just fuck everything. Requires 5 times as much fairy dust to trigger a high. Currently. You do have +10 to movement speed, but
Mm-hmm.
everything else is -2. Well, advantage on dexterity and strength saving throws, and rolling for initiative, but yeah, everything else -2. You also cannot sleep from now on, currently.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh.
That's serious.
I think we'd talked about an addiction being a what was it? Not a. It was a disease.
I'm just
right?
trying to figure. I just don't fully
Like-
understand how it all works.
It was similar to poison. I
Well,
remember that like if you wanted to like use a cleric spell to like, cure it or something, you could like whatever was effective against
Lesser
poison was
restoration?
effective against it.
I think it was not poison. I think it was a disease. I think we'd no. What
Which
did we
lesser
say?
restoration should take care of.
Okay. Yeah. So you have that, and you're looking in
Disease
your
could
favor.
always. Yeah, so
Because
disease could also make sense.
do I roll for an addiction every time I
Yes.
take some? Because it says because if it requires 5 times as much fairy dust to trigger a high.
I see what you're saying. So technically, yeah, you would have to have taken it 3 times at the stage 3 for it to trigger the 3rd stage. I see what you're saying. So you've only taken it twice today, so you're still at -1 to all stats. I see what you're saying. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also it says there's the you roll a will, which is a wisdom save to resist the debuffs.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
No, I think you're on the right track. I think, and that's why I put it in, pinned it to the chat, because it's not easy to deal with either which way. So I think you're correct. You are currently still only at stage 2, which still is -1 to all stats.
Hmm.
But it is, I think, what we were trying to assert is whether or not it was a disease and whether or not it could be cured. Which I think that would be the case, that it was a disease and not a poison, so to say, in this particular incident.
Either way, if it was a poison or a disease, lesser restoration can take care of it, I believe.
Cool.
Man, only had a cleric.
Mame was the last one waking up there. I think we had already talked about Franklin and how you'd woken up. So
Yep.
you guys are all awake inside of the pocket rocket. Doing anything?
Franklin's prepping some spells while eating some cereal for breakfast.
Does any of us notice the whole, doing drugs?
Oh, you can roll a perception.
Oh, I'm not that perceptive, but
Would it be against? Would it be against my? Would it be like against my stealth or sleight of hand?
Yes, if you're being inconspicuous with it.
Yeah, I usually always am.
oh, I am, unless I roll a natural 20, I am not going to see this. So let's just see. That's a natural 1. I don't see shit.
You're still rubbing your eyes while you hear Vomaya and stretching. So you just think that she's taking a deep breath while stretching.
Yep. So I guess we got to figure out how to break this mirror without it killing us.
I'm
Well,
prepping some
someone said that.
spells.
There's something trapped in it.
Yeah, so maybe we try to free what's trapped inside, or
the
kill
thing
what's
is
trapped
that
inside.
yeah, I'm thinking that whatever is trapped inside is probably what the seal is, and by breaking the mirror, we potentially kill what's inside. Or vice versa, of the mirror itself is the seal, and what we need is sealed inside the mirror, and so by breaking the mirror, we break the seal and free whatever is inside. Or the mirror is just out here protecting us from the seal that's actually inside the mirror, that the mirror is acting as a seal to the seal that we have to break.
Franklin loudly slurps milk while this goes on. Watching.
Well, because Fry said the mirror is the seal.
Yes, and that was truthful. I made sure. I dug into his brain.
So we just need to figure out how to break the mirror without dying, and so whatever's inside, I guess, is protecting the seal.
It could
Lakeland's
be. It
gonna-
could be that the mirror is siphoning the magic from whatever's inside and protecting itself, and using the thing that's inside as, like, you know, a big chunk of magic, like a big siphon.
So, does someone want to gaze in the mirror, or does someone want to try to like touch the mirror, see if they can like go through it?
I think we had talked
raises
about
his hand.
throwing something. No, we're not sending a child in.
No, that's not what I'm
And we're
saying.
not
you're
throwing
you asking a
something at
question?
it.
No, I have a comment. I'm gonna rummage around my backpack and pull out a mask. I've been holding on to this. This is a mask of true seeing that we got at some point. So whoever looks at it, and I point at my book, I'm also prepping a bunch of spells to like give us more information to detect magic and stuff like that. So whoever looks at it should use this thing, and maybe they'll see something real, like whoever's trapped behind it.
Interesting. Well, if a certain someone who is strong can look at the mirror without hitting it with an axe, then maybe things can go well.
I just wonder about that. Is it
Uh,
mental fortitude or physical fortitude?
He said adept mind.
Yeah. So maybe someone who's wise, because it might be wisdom based.
Wise or intelligent?
Because I'm
I am
wise.
neither, so I think it's probably going to be wise, because when I think of psychic stuff, it all has to do with wisdom saving throws. So
That is
Franklin
not
raises
me.
his hand. That's me again.
I am
why
intelligent.
do we keep
and that's
having to
about it.
sacrifice the child?
It's okay.
He's not a
I've been a child
child.
for
He's a
hundreds of
teenager.
years.
Is he a teenager? I thought he was a child.
No, I'm a tween. I'm a late
Oh.
tween. Like that age
the
where they start going to
full-
Jesus concerts.
So the full awkward stage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
That's so accurate.
Shine bright, shine.
I don't think you ever rolled damage for me, by the way, Mame, on those 3 axe strikes, if you could.
I took it.
No,
No,
it was
the
like-
damage you did.
correct.
Oh, I thought you said I didn't do any damage.
No, you hit all 3 times.
I didn't roll any damage.
I
You're
was just
right.
thinking
I
about
didn't
that.
think. Okay. I just assumed I didn't do any damage.
No, you did.
6, 5, this is 16.
Total?
Yes.
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing else transpired in that. I just wanted to make sure.
Good. I look over. Who was it that is addicted? I'm so bad with names. Not Mame.
You look
Vamira, right?
Myra.
Where are you guys
Correct.
congregating, by the way?
I'm eating
I'm
breakfast
still in bed.
here.
Okay, I assume that we moved over there then.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of bed.
Wee! You're
Well,
I
where?
figure this is like
Oh,
the
there you
place
are.
to like meet. There's like a table. And there is a giant hive of insects watching you.
Not off-putting in the least bit.
What's
Actually, at
with
this point, I'm used to it. You and I had like
It's-
bonding moments outside when I was covered in fog.
Kiss bump.
Regina says, "What's with the bugs?"
Those are my friends. Which ones? Because they're all doing different stuff right now.
Are there any little ones within reach of me?
Probably. I'm covered in them.
I'm gonna pick off a bug and eat it.
That's fine. You had one earlier.
Yeah.
If you want more, actually, hold on. Hold that thought. This morning I was baking, and I pull out another tray of good berries.
Oh,
Everyone
okay.
put these back in your things. They're fresh and steaming.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
replenish
you.
our torque.
Yep. Anyway, I got a bunch of spells and stuff to like investigate this thing, see if we can learn some more information about it.
That's good.
Yeah, let's see. Augury, detect magic, detect evil and good, protection from evil and good. Uh, uh, that's about the extent that I can use. Oh, sanctuary, maybe it'll protect us. I don't know.
As long as they're not area of effects, then yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what your guys' plan is, but I was thinking, and I gestured to one of my crickets. I put this mask on this cricket, and then I go send the cricket out and look and see through its eyes and control it, and then start casting some spells to see what's going on with the door before we all get murdered.
That's probably a
Good
good
plan.
idea.
I like it.
I cast like a half glance at Mame, but we should all be ready just in case shit hits fan. Because if there's something trapped behind there and we break that mirror, who says it's not angry and who says it's not going to be angry at us?
Oh yeah, no, those are absolutely possibilities.
Yeah. Um,
Mom is just gonna sort of look at the ceiling.
I get up and I walk over to her and I hug her. I forgive you,
Oh,
but please don't do it again.
but axes.
Axes are great, but the guy literally said it'll explode if you hit it.
Are we just gonna start believing any stranger we meet in a strange cavern?
Honestly,
What
I
if it's
don't think
up
we
to?
should believe that guy at all. He's the devil of deception, even if we all believe
Yeah.
him right now. But I believe people generally, when they're warning me about danger, or at least they take cautionary steps. I look at the others. I should be the adult in the room. I'm just a child.
You are just a child, and you're being super adult-like. Very proud of you.
Because I'm wise. Anyway,
It's
he gets
mature
up,
age.
pours out another big bowl of Fruit Loops. What do you guys want to do? And looks to the others.
Cricket loops.
Cricket Loops. There's little bits
Extra
of
crunchy.
protein in there.
Oh my
They're
god.
still alive. They really like it. It's like a bath.
And then you eat them?
Yeah, sometimes I look through their eyes as I eat them and
Oh
experience their
my
death,
god.
and I skip away.
Are they still alive in the bowl?
Yeah.
Why? It's one thing to be surrounded
Sometimes,
by children. It's another thing to be surrounded by really fucking weird ones.
Who are you calling
Queen.
weird?
Everyone. All of us.
My mommy says I'm normal, and then I pet
You don't
the mom
have a mother
skull.
here.
I pet the mom skull, and I cover her ears. Shh! Don't listen to them.
It's a skull, right?
It's
like
a root of a plant that looks like a skull. That's also
It's a plant.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the one that turned skeletons into living skeleton or into skeleton monsters. I point at the giant skeleton monster.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it here. This is the end for me.
Literally hell. Yeah.
I'm not even in hell in this place. We're technically in a pocket rocket.
That's
In
true.
hell. Yeah.
You try hard enough, you can always be in hell.
I don't feel like I have to try here.
You hear vaguely in the background, when you're going through hell, just keep going.
Lose your name.
All right, so now that we know at face value the way that axes are intended to be used, the axes don't work. I'm not saying the axes are not the answer here. I'm just saying the most obvious way to solve the problem with axes is not the solution. There could be another solution that involves axes.
I
What do we
agree.
think, guys?
Let's put the axes in the back burner.
But there's so much more than just the blade. There's the counterweight, there's the
I think
handle.
hitting it at all with an axe is going to cause it to do what it did earlier. And
What do
I
you
threw it last time.
as we saw, none of us are going to survive another one.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah, we-
throw it this time.
I think
We're
in
gonna just stand
general,
there.
it's going to reflect back any damage, certain kinds of damage, back to a general area of effect. This is magical, trust me.
So if we damage it, it damages us. What if we like complement it?
It might complement us.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Does anybody have like a nice soft cloth? Can we like polish it?
I have a charm person spell. Try and charm the mirror.
You could create a bunch of steam and fog it up. That way we can't look into it.
Well, my other thought is I still don't trust this deception guy. What if we had a second mirror and we stood there with him and then put a mirror between them so that he's forced to look into the mirror?
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
And then it hits him and then we kill him.
Yeah,
I mean,
my
you
only
right
other
at the very
now-
worst, it's free XP. At the best, we become Princess of Hell.
I mean, so it's better than my only other option, which is we need to find a Medusa. So instead, I like the idea of putting the mirror in front of the mirror.
Make the
I'll
mirror
just say
look at
now,
itself?
he was being
Yeah.
truthful about the whole he's not the seal and he doesn't like his job anymore.
I turn to her, but he's also literally the demon of deception. And we're a level
Yeah,
6
and
adventurers.
I explored his mind. I went into his
I don't
head.
know.
I explored his thoughts.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Can we just give him some drugs?
He'll like that.
Everybody likes their jobs more when they're on drugs, right?
I don't know if he'll like his job more, but he'll like drugs.
And then we can put the mirror in front of the mirror.
Where are we getting the second mirror?
We have a mirror. Is there a mirror in the pocket?
I mean, some people, I think adventurers packs normally have like a little mirror, but let me look.
I can
Literally
shine one
any
of my
surface.
axes until it's reflective.
You could, that is true. I turn to the others, nodding
See?
like vigorously, as in like, come on, she needs this.
Axes
you'd have to
are
have
the
a-
answer.
Very polished. Can you do that?
I need a really soft cloth.
Okay.
So looking into the mirror is the problem.
Yeah.
I could, in theory, make one of you blind while you polish it, so that you do not have to look at it.
I mean,
And
in
we can
that sense,
guide
you can
you and
close your
say,
eyes.
yeah, I suppose.
I don't know. I think we need more information about this thing, and I hold up the mask. I've got some stuff that could give us more information. But I will acquiesce to the group.
Are there any mirrors in the pocket rocket?
I want to see if an adventure pack comes with one.
Does Vomira have any 2 cents too? I think that's the only one that we haven't heard from.
She's just kind of taking in the conversation. Kind of like moderately agrees with the whole like double mirror idea, but doesn't really like say anything.
Theory. Maybe axes are the answer. Is your axe reflective?
That's
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I have I'm looking at my inventory, right? So the 3 vicious hand axes are pretty small. There's a bejeweled great axe, which is not going to be very shiny. Oh, it's shiny, but from like being bejeweled, not from a solid surface. But then I have a great axe. So I don't know.
probably the best option.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't tell how flat the great axe is.
I would Google great axe and then see what that looks like.
To circumvent that a little bit, it's a curved surface, more or less, but it is solid in the great axe shape, and it's probably about 1.5 foot, 2 foot, edge distance, point to point. So it you could potentially polish it to be a larger mirrored-ish surface. It is
It's
sort
not
of
engraved with any designs or anything. It's
nope.
just a good, solid, honest to God axe. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull. I have some grain ethyl alcohol in my inventory. I'm gonna pull that out. Um, and look around. Maybe I'll go grab like a pillowcase off the bed or something. Oh, though we are in a kitchen, there might be like a tea towel or something I can grab.
Yeah. You could roll your cleaning skill that you created forever ago.
I did that.
I believe so. I believe it was Mame that has a cleaning and organizational skill.
Where would that be?
I think you can add them to the bottom, like your skills list. You can like add things at the very bottom, like it's listed alphabetically, but then you can like add specific
Additional
skills.
skills. Yeah. No, I remember doing that, but I don't see it on my sheet, which means it must have been me, May.
I was pretty sure it was Mame because there was an instance in the 3rd level of hell that it came up. But in that case, you don't have to name it cleaning, but perhaps sharpening in this instance. Or
Polishing.
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 Weapon maintenance.
Restoration.
Ooh. Oh yeah. No, I added it to me, May. I have a skill. It's just called running shit.
No, that was definitely from the captaining. I remember that. Yeah, I thought there was
Okay.
one though from Mame from cleaning because it was from the 3rd level. It was like after you guys had destroyed something disgusting. Anyway.
I mean, I'll add it. I don't remember this happening, but
Oh no, you don't have to. You're the runner of your own skills there, in that regard. But it would be in this particular case dexterity based, which sleight of hand and
weapon maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I had to roll. I got a dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. It is quite shiny. It's you can see yourself in it at the end of it.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold it up so everybody can see it. Like, does this look good, guys? I'm gonna like hold it up so they can. It's gonna reflect back at them.
It looks like me.
I act like I'm blinded.
I give a thumbs up.
Oh, amazing. We're ready.
You guys all purple smoke out?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to look
Yes,
at the
yes,
door
yes.
first before we do this splash,
You want to do
just
what
in
first?
case. Once we get out there, I have a series of spells that I want to cast.
Oh, sure. I was just
Once
I
we get
missed
there.
it. Plunk. You guys should be all there now.
If the demon's still there, I hand him a bowl of cereal.
He is still there, and he's looking directly at the mirror, apparently having no effect on him.
Damn it.
And he looks over his shoulder at you and goes, "Oh,
Hey.
guys are back.
Yeah,
A little
we had to lay
awkward."
down.
And
You said that this
awkward.
mirror does bad things.
he pulls the rock out of his. He puts his hand down his pants and hands you the rock. This was left behind when you guys left.
Oh my god, I don't want to touch it, but I don't want one of the kids touching it.
He's handing it to Franklin, who is currently walked up to him.
Is it the pocket rocket?
It is the pocket rocket.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Don't
worry. I
You
bet
see-
Betty adult beds pets.
Oh,
You see that it is been some places, and he goes, "Oh, it was fairly nice for what it was, but it could have been a little bit bigger." But
Oh my god.
I have some alcohol to sanitize that with.
I hold my hand out, holding
I
it.
shudder.
Just dug the whole thing.
I just shudder.
Wait,
Yeah, Mom
I'm
is
holding
Mom
it
is
with
gonna
my
take
skeleton
the water
hand.
skin
That's better.
and just pour a copious amount of alcohol over the
That's good.
rocket.
Thank you.
I did name it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I did.
Ugh.
That was its name. That means we know where we were for the last 8 hours.
Oh god.
Anyway, I didn't think you were able to look at the beer, you said. I point to the others who said that.
It was everyone else that's not able to look at the mirror. It's only me. Well, I've been looking
Why?
at it for a while. It just happens to be the case when it comes to bonding to it. I don't know how else to explain it, but
Bonding to it?
yeah, it's my particular
Like
task
attunement or
Like, yeah. He's attuned
To-
to the mirror.
to watch over it and this particular part of hell in this vessel.
You keep saying in this vessel. The fuck do you mean?
Oh, he's like Bob.
You say that out loud, Phelan, or
Yeah.
Yes.
he just goes, yeah, well, this isn't my only origin, so to say. Most gods are that way, if you haven't heard. This is one of our planes of existence, but, you know, we're pretty good at multitasking, as it were.
Are you?
I guess so. I mean, not me particularly, but my other forms. This is only an aspect of myself.
Which aspect?
I mean, that is a good question. I couldn't tell you. It is one of the multiples. Don't know how many.
Is that like split personality disorder? Are you okay?
And
A lot of faith for a demon.
not quite split personality. More so like cloning, if you will. If
But
you
like,
understand
does
that
each
Franklin leans
concept.
clone?
forward.
But does each clone have the same personality? I'm gonna keep talking to him. You guys can keep doing things.
Yeah,
Am I close enough to the mirror to hold the axe up? Can I like hold it in front of me?
you can. You're gonna want to roll me a performance probably to see how well you orient and do it without him noticing, I guess.
Yep.
If
I'll
that
put
was
the
your
mask
intent.
on at the same time while
And
she does
to
that.
answer your question, Phelan, he goes on to say, um, could you potentially rephrase that? Simplest answer would be that we don't start with the same personality as our originator, but it diverges from there. Cloning, like I said, I don't know if you've heard of that, but essentially.
Oh no, I understand the idea of cloning. It was more of the question of does each clone end up like, I guess, showing off a different version of what the original could be based off of what he gives into more, you know? Like split personality, but not actually splitting the personalities.
I would say that is accurate. Astute perception there too, because the fact that I couldn't tell you what the rest of me are doing.
Yep. So, like,
You don't know where they are?
No, we're not connected.
Interesting.
Are you like a
Yeah.
simulacrum?
That's a good question.
Google, what is simulacrum?
It's like when a wizard makes a lesser copy of
it's like a
themselves.
robot. It's like a robot, a construct, but not actually a construct.
Yeah.
No, we're not
He's a full
simulacrums.
clone.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
full
We need to
being
talk.
of the other individual. Simulacrum, no. What you see first, Franklin, you're going to actually want to roll me a perception, and we'll talk. Performance for you, Mame. You are able to orient the axe into seeing the mirror in its entirety, and in the center of the mirror, you do see a being. Actually, maybe is that 3 beings? 2 of which seem to be familiar to you. One, maybe is that Mariel, and the other is Zolas? And the other's definitely gotta be a beholder. It's got a singular eye with multiple eye stalks. Standing behind the other
Right.
creatures in the mirror.
Look familiar to us. Oh, good.
Casting enhance ability on myself as I do this.
That's your verbal and semantic.
Let's see. I think he will kind of curl up into himself and say, "You could do it, Franklin. You're amazing. You could do it. I believe in you. It's not like before. This time will be different. You could do it." He shakes a lot. And then I will take up the owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
And
Oh, okay.
just advantage on wisdom checks and abilities and stuff. So
I've
perception.
finally got to it. 16, then I see. And then 2d6. No, that's temporary hit points. You put on the mask of true sight, and you see the mirror as it truly were, which is the entities which I described to you, being, well, Mame, that is, being that there's a beholder behind the glass, so to say, along with two of your companions that have wandered off in the meantime into this, seems to be into this area.
Damn.
And you will need to make a dexterity saving throw yourself.
Oh no. Bad.
Nice.
You feel your being pulled towards the mirror, but you hurriedly look away and rip off your mask. I'm not sure about that particular aspect, but you look away from the mirror as quickly as possible before you feel your entire being pulled towards it, knowing that you yourself could have been lost into the mirror.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I look away. Kind of sit back down on the ground. Breathe heavily.
So Mame, seeing this happen,
Through
is just
reflection,
gonna.
you're going to actually need to make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage through the axe.
Okay, I was like, because I'm not like looking at the mirror. I'm like holding the axe up, but I will. You said dexterity saving
Yes, with advantage.
with advantage. Oh fuck. Well, that's good. I'm glad there's advantage. There we go. I'll do that second one. It's much better.
What was that?
19.
Okay. You feel the same thing that Franklin did, which is, as you're looking at the reflections in the mirror, a pulling on your inner being towards the mirror, almost as if you were losing yourself into it, and then you look away very quickly.
So I'm gonna hold the axe in a way. I'm gonna like raise it so the axe is between my face and the mirror.
Okay.
And break line of sight.
Okay.
I still want the mirror to be looking at itself.
Interesting. Um. It, in looking at itself, starts to kind of shimmer in place before it holds in its being, and no one's looking at the mirror currently, so I don't know. Let me know if anyone else looks back, either at the mirror or the reflection. I don't.
I'm just gonna hold. So I'm just gonna hold the axe and like I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. I guess I could ask Fraz what he sees. Is it Fraz?
I
Yeah.
can try looking through my familiar. Maybe that'll help. One will die, but I have billions.
Ooh, then we could know what's on the other side.
Turn to her. You didn't see it?
I mean, I see the appearance of what's on the other side. I don't know if that's actually what's on the other side.
I hold up the mask. If you want to look at it again, this is a mask of true seeing. So it'll be what's really there.
What did you see?
I saw a giant ball with eyes.
I don't.
Oh, I don't know. I'll pull out my Pokedex and hold it towards the mirror.
Have you recently looked at the updated Pokedex?
I saw a little bit of the text. Let me direct
There's
this
a
and
lot
roll an
of
intelligence
text.
check. Magic item is some magic view learn about the topic is so director creature. Well, that's both. Something large bowl of creature codex. Contents in a film manuscript. Oh, that's very nice.
It's
That's excellent.
evolved. It's evolved, and it's being.
All right. I note that. Nod to myself. I'll take a look at it later. But I will make the intelligence check.
All right.
Wow. Let's see. Man, I wish I was intelligent. Because I got a -2.
Oh, jeez.
Don't you still have whatever on wisdom saving throws? I know this is intelligence, but
Yeah, but the item I have specifically says I have to make an intelligence check. So, here goes. Come on, Big Poppy. Money. Oh, yes. 19, so 17. Because -2.
You were looking at the book, opened, pointed towards the thing, and it flips through its pages, landing on something that's called a fractine or fractine, however you pronounce it, and is an embodiment of prison that holds entities within itself. Those entities increase or decrease or change the varying effects of the fractine.
I relay this. It's a prison. Pretty sure there's a creature there that looks like a giant ball with eye stalks. This thing doesn't say anything about it. But the prison is called a fractine. That's a powerful object, guys. We should take it.
I was just gonna say, should we take it? I mean, we totally have room for it in the pocket rocket.
I look at the tree, and then I look at Mame and her axe. Baby axes are the solution.
Always the solution.
Interesting. This creature, though, wants to draw us into it. But why is this? I look at the other guy. I turn to the others. Could we huddle a minute?
Sure.
Sure.
We huddle. I look at the guy.
Over here, and in the corner, should we huddle over here?
Sure. I'm pacing around my apartment, so I'll have to go move myself. All right.
Surprised Regina hasn't gone up and licked the mirror yet, but continue.
Maybe that's what it needs.
Maybe.
Has
No,
anybody
no.
ever touched it?
No,
All right,
don't do
guys.
it.
Just
This-
keep your
Even-
eyes closed.
Even the child knows better.
That's really
Oh.
saying something.
True.
Might
It
be
could work though.
Regina might be reeling from the fact that that rock was once in her mouth.
At least it's this like turn of events and not the other.
It
Should I put it in my mouth now?
No.
has alcohol.
Nope.
I'm good.
Needs a good scrubbing. All right.
I don't
I
think
just
a good
want to lay out a
scrubbing
few
will do
facts
anything.
because I'm still pretty sure this guy's lying through his teeth. I know you look to do his mind, but let's take a look at the facts.
I'm being for real. This
I-
man is not the seal, and he hates his
I-
job.
Totally
Which is why he
believe
hasn't
you, but I
stopped
still
us.
think he's tried to take us for one. Because let's look at the facts. This object is a prison. It holds a person in there, right? He
Mhm.
could look into the prison and talk to it because he's bonded to it. This not the prison, but the person beyond it. I bet, or the ball.
I don't know. I think he might be bonded to the prison itself because it's a magical thing, and we can bond to magical things.
Maybe he's like a prison guard. type.
Yeah,
Should
he
we
could be
s-
the prison guard.
Should we sit here for an hour and attune to this magic beer?
I think he would have to unattune to it.
Sure,
Oh.
but he hates his job.
This
So
is
he
true.
says.
What if we make a big hand and make it touch the mirror? See what happens.
Then I can send one of my crickets over there to touch it.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if we go over there, can I make an insight check? Based on the feeling I had
On.
that it was drawing me into. I want to know if I focus on that, does it feel like it was trying to swap places with me? Or just draw me in?
Ooh.
And do I know from this from the book I have, if this is a one occupant cell?
The book does not elaborate currently. Just looking at it, you can make an insight check on that particularity, knowing whether or not it is a multifaceted cell or a singular.
$16.
You're quite certain that it is able to hold multiple people, considering that you had seen your companions in there.
Wait, which ones?
Zolus and Mario. You have yet to meet Mario, so you're unsure if they were actually your companion, but there is a second and third person in there, so you were unsure exactly whether or not it could hold more than the three that are already in there, so you're guessing it could possibly do so.
I turned to them. I totally forgot there's more than just the ball with the eyes on it. There were two people in there too. I have no idea who they are, so I don't care. But maybe you do if you look.
That's the
I
spirit.
don't know.
Zolus, you do know. She was the one to have been held by the crab creature and struck by everyone else.
Oh, right.
When was that?
Not too long ago. Once we
Oh.
passed the room that jizzed coins.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh, they wandered off. That's right. I turned to the others. Actually, I do know them. It's Zealous and someone else. Forgot their name. I got told it about 5 seconds ago, but I've totally forgot it. They're our allies, though. So,
Mariel.
gosh.
We
Should
need
I
just a
send a
rescue
cricket
mission.
in and then I can see and speak through it inside the mirror to
Yes.
them?
Yes, I support this. I hope it
Okay.
works.
I want consensus for the group. I don't want to do all the.
Yes.
Okay. I turn to one of my crickets. You're a brave soldier.
Hey, boss.
Hi.
Do you want me to send myself through Torino or one of my
No,
subordinates?
absolutely not. You're far too valuable, said one of the drones.
Okay, we can send one of the newbies. Well, let's send Jeremy. Jeremy, go through. And
Hi.
one of you feel a tickling as one of the crickets rolls through your shell and out to your shoulder and jump off. Yeah, where am I going?
Go up to that beer. Don't touch it first with your eyes closed. If that doesn't do anything, then open your eyes. Right? I look at the others. You guys didn't hear that because I was
Yeah.
interpretive dancing. I told him to go up and touch it with his eyes closed first, then to look through it or look at it if that doesn't do anything.
That sounds right.
Cool. All right. I'm going to sit down in this corner right here because I'm not going to be able to see or hear anything from this end. So I'll continue talking about what I see, feel, and experience. And we'll go from there. He sits down and then his eyes kind of go like milky white and his veins kind of start popping out on his skin like a deep black inky color as Franklin looks through the eyes and takes control of this familiar.
Jeremy walks up the
Buzz.
ziggurat and gets to the mirror with his eyes closed, following the stairs all the way up to the top, and touches it. And nothing seems to happen at first before the cricket I don't think that sound came through. It just splats.
No.
It died.
Yeah, on the spot.
I
The mirror?
jolt upright. Does it break my thing, or do I still see something?
You walked up to it, and Jeremy had his eyes closed. The sensation that you felt was that of it's walking as he was walking up to it. He touched it and tried to kind of force his way through with his entire body, but it did resist him in the sense that there was a solid surface beyond there. But as he forced his, put his full might and force into it, that's when he squashed in place. Again, with that same kind of like shattering force
The
damage that you'd
mirror.
felt before.
Maybe the eyes have to be open and you have to like will yourself through.
Yeah, kind of like the pocket rocket.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Like you
turn back
can't
to
just like
Torino.
force or melee or like anything. It's
Give his family a stipend and send the next one in. Don't tell him what happened.
All right. Well, it is unfortunate what happened to Jeremy, but we've got Gerald.
Hey, bud.
Gerald here.
Gerald. I repeat in those instructions. I want you to go up to the beer with your eyes closed. Then put your hand on the beer. Don't force your way through. Open your eyes, and then will yourself through the mirror. Right? I look at the others.
Open eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure
Got
your eyes are open.
I'm worried if he triggers the whatever the. Well, I guess. Well, no, he would get pulled through. So just look at it, right? Because he'll get pulled through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then after he
Yeah.
gets pulled through, I'll look through his eyes so I don't happen to get pulled through too.
If it still works, if the connection is still there, then yeah.
Right. If not, we need number 3, and then we'll try it the other way. I look at him. I mean, number 2,
It's Geralt.
Gerald. All right, off you go, soldier.
He just starts marching up the stairs, eyes wide. You see the mirror in your sight as he's reaching the top, and inside of the mirror, you see the same image that you'd seen with your true sight before you were able to pull away. I have to go to the Dire Crickets thing because I do not have their information pulled up currently, but they have to make a dexterity saving throw. Unless you have it pulled up.
No, but I can pull one up. Ivy, Dat Block. Dex is +3, so let's do 1d20 +3, 20. But no, let it happen. Let it happen. Give it to the pole. Don't fight it.
I see it. A 17 on my. Oh, so plus. I got you. So
Yeah,
as
+3.
they're walking up to the top of the ziggurat, looking directly into the mirror, they see the image that you'd seen before you inside of the mirror, and with the intertwined knots around surrounding the mirror, and they resist this pull into the mirror before they heard your command, and then Geralt hears your command of "Let it happen," and relaxes into the fact that they are pulled into the mirror, and they are another image that is seated inside of it.
Yep. All right.
And from the inside, you feel almost as if you were pressed between two things and have become basically only two-dimensional. So you can only look forward and backwards. Forwards is outside of the mirror, backwards is the ever-expanding expanse of the mirror. And
All right.
there is no side to side, there is no up and down, there is just front and back.
Interesting. So I will speak through him and call out inside the mirror. Hey, yo, anyone in here?
It echoes resoundingly around him.
Man.
And
Oh, so he can't see the other people in there because he can just see forward and back.
Yep.
correct.
I should get a bug with
Two-dimensional
eyes on the
space.
side of its head.
Two-dimensional space versus four-dimensional space, which we find ourselves in. Or three.
I turn to the others.
technically?
I could send 2 more guys in there and tell them each to look left and right before they hit the mirror.
Going sideways.
What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna work like that.
You don't want to try to cheat the system. All right.
I mean, if we've got the crickets to spare, might as well give it a shot.
I made it. Even magical devices like this have flaws if you throw enough lives at the situation. Franklin's growing up. All right. turn back to him. So he's still alive. He's chill. Need a better place. I need 2 more. Do the same thing, but have your head turned in opposite directions at 90-degree angle. Let's see. I turned to Mame. You're probably gonna need to use your axe so that they can see the mirror, so that they're looking forward while their head is turned 90 degrees.
They shrug and
Oh yeah,
hold
that's
their hold their axe up.
Oh, I was talking to Bobby, but you guys too. She's got a shiny axe.
Yeah, they shrug and hold their axe up.
Oh, she dropped off.
Yep.
Got it. I have them do that. Turn dealers. I'm not really sure what else to do with this situation. Our friends are in there, but there's also a beholder in there, or all
well,
with tentacle eyes.
let's try the left and right crickets and then see what happens. And then the 2-dimensional crickets, see if you can have them like come back out of the mirror after they go in.
Sure. I doubt that
Or
will,
see if they
but
like are stuck in there.
yeah. I'll work back into it.
They walk up, looking at the X. They're looking at the X in the distance, right? And then walking up to the mirror. If I am understanding the situation correctly.
Well, the idea would be like the axe would be angled at a 45 between their turned heads in the mirror, so that they're looking straight forward at a 90-degree perpendicular angle with the mirror, but then get the reflection of the mirror, so they get sucked in that way.
Okay. They would also need
Yeah, so like they get sucked in, but like they're like looking left and right.
a dexterity saving throw.
I tell them, just let it happen.
Okay, then you don't need that, I guess, because they accept it and are absorbed into the mirror. And inside of the mirror, they look in the directions they were placed. However, they only see more emptiness and mirror dimension, so to say. They don't see the outside of the mirror.
I have them look backwards and forwards, and I start like, ulting through the different tabs. Damn.
They still
Can they
see.
see each other?
Can they see what?
Can they see each other?
They
Like other people in there, or just expanse?
None of the crickets can see each other, and none of the other entities inside of the mirror can see each other. That is what you're observing with 3 crickets in there, Franklin. You can all between all 3 of them, but all 3 of them only see expanding mirror or outside of the mirror.
Wow.
Can the crickets try to speak to each other to see if they can hear each other?
I attempt
But they
that.
could all just be in. They could all just be in their own pockets.
I think they are.
They attempt to do so and hear none of the speech between them.
Wow, guys, we should take this mirror. Uh-huh.
Try to see if they can walk back out.
Yeah, try to exit, guys.
They cannot.
Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be a rough one for you guys. Let's see.
The 2 that had already walked in willingly did not make a dexterity saving throw, so you could make that at this time as they were trying to exit.
Sure.
Four.
And natty 20.
Natural 20 plus 1. What's
It's
his
plus
name?
3, but what do you guys think? I need another good name. Something that's Latin. Latin names.
Amos.
Amos. That's his name.
Amos walks back out of the mirror, back as if he'd been back to back with another cricket beside him, and looks around and goes, "Oh." As
How
if
do you
he's
feel,
looking for the
soldier?
next order. Reality is a lie.
I know. I walk up to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. I look deeply into his eyes. I know. You're staying with me now.
Amos just shudders and crawls up
Yep.
your arm and into your shell.
Yeah, it took me a while too. Don't worry. We've got a plan. I turn to the others.
Do we? Do we?
Turn to the others.
Just see what their opinion is. I relay all of this information as I was like seeing through their eyes. And,
Oh, could we try to talk to Zolas and Mariel through our torques to tell them to like come out of the mirror?
That's not
maybe,
problematic.
but it seemed like if they had to have gone in willingly, but we could try.
We don't know how they got there.
Right, yeah. Or if the torque works. I don't want to send a torque in there though.
No, don't send a torque in, but like just try to like talk to them through the torque.
Or wait, I bring the pocket rocket up to the mirror. If they could hear us, we could tell them to will themselves into the pocket rocket. Maybe that will work.
Well, they need to know about it.
Yeah, we gotta be able to talk to them first. So if you want to go ahead
Yeah.
and try your idea.
Gina, if you wanted to put anything else in your mouth before you go.
She's still on, or
Also seems like probably we're getting to a stopping point.
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah. Do you just want to stop here and pick up?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can keep theorizing about this over the week.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Thank you for the session. That was this is an interesting puzzle.
I'm glad I can provide still.
Yeah, a little brain stumped right now.
I mean, the choices are we blow it at a distance, right, and get everybody out. Take
Or
the
we just
whole
step
thing.
Step outside and just nuke it from outside and hide behind the walls.
Right. Cut it out of the tree, take it with us, and accept the losses of our two party members.
and just
In
throw all
favor,
our enemies inside.
in favor for an unstoppable weapon. You know, these are options that we can
Yeah,
think
we
about.
still got to keep in mind that it's a seal that we need to break.
That's the thing, though.
That's like the tricky part.
I'm still unsure.
Because I feel like somehow we got to figure out how to break the seal.
I mean, here's the real
Never
thing,
break
right?
the seal. That's the rule.
The goal
of drinking.
is to leave
Yeah,
hell
right.
by
Yeah.
any means necessary. The seal
And we
is
can do that by freeing Manipulus.
the god of evil.
Yeah, this is evil campaign.
True. I mean, Franklin doesn't care, but there are other options.
Of getting out?
I think so.
I feel like we've explored those and didn't get anywhere.
We got part way. I mean, the problem is it's all about timing, right? You have to have everyone in the pocket rocket, and then you have to have one of those weird dreams that we have. Then we have to swap everyone over, and then see if that works. But I mean, here's the other thing: we could use the banishment spell. We haven't tried that.
On the mirror?
No, on ourselves.
Oh.
Because this is a plane. If this is a plane, and I quote my fingers,
Oh, banish us
it-
to a different plane and maybe we'll pop up on the material plane.
well, the rules of banishment are if you're
Or
banished
another
for the
plane.
full minute. If you're banished for the full minute, you go back to your home plane.
Oh.
Yeah, if you
I
don't
don't
save
think
from
I
it, you
knew
can
that.
where you came from.
Yeah.
Don't
mean,
think I
maybe it
knew that
won't
about the
work.
banishment spell.
Because we've got literally a god, and I point to the necklace, listening to us at all times.
Mhm.
But
Comes to you, Torque.
Or we just pop back to the very beginning of where we popped in.
could be if every one of these is like a different plane. I mean, it really
We
depends.
just
So, like,
go back to the fucking start of the
if we're
maze.
all back to the maze. If we're all alive, then yeah, you would go back to whatever plane you came from. But if we're all dead, actually dead and in hell, then we'll just go back. It will work.
Things to think about.
Things to think about.
One spell slot.
Who has one spell slot?
I said it, and it only costs one spell slot to find
It
out.
only costs one spell slot, but I don't know. Banishment 5e. Do I have it? Or can I take it? I can take it. Damn it.
Long rest again?
I mean, we can end here and then discuss it again later.
That's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Then Franklin kind of like thinks into himself, and he's like, I don't know if it work on me. All right. I think with that, I'm gonna drop off. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for the running.
Absolutely.
Thanks for jumping on, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. And yeah.
I got my
Hey, dude.
fancy laptop charger. She's all sturdy now because I broke mine on my birthday. Ha ha ha.
Shit.
Yeah, end of the day on my birthday, and I snapped the fucking thing, and I was like, bro, are you joking?
Just need to upgrade to a big boy computer.
I know, I'm going to, but I got like so scared because I was like, oh my god, am I gonna have to make this investment early? I wasn't ready for this yet, like emotionally or mentally.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.